Hello, welcome to a Christmas special of Metal Review Cast. Sorry we haven't uploaded in a couple of weeks. We've all just been pretty busy. But today we're going to be reviewing the newest song by Cabin Boy Jump Ship, which is a new Christmas song. And then we're reviewing new songs by InVisions and Behind Blue Eyes as well.
Also, we don't mean to keep doing Behind Blue Eyes and InVisions, but they are just smashing it at the moment. So,
yeah, I was going to say Leon was mentioning regarding our time off. We've been to a couple of gigs in between that. So obviously we went to see InVisions and Glamour of the Kill and whatnot, and then we saw Behind Blue Eyes, Cabin Boy Jump Ship, and Isolate a couple of weeks ago. So after that, we needed a couple of weeks off because I've got work and various different things. We needed stuff to do in the evening, so we were finding it difficult for time. But we do keep doing the same people, kind of, but that's not our fault. You know, other people need to submit more music.
Yeah,
and I know there's a lot out there, but send them our way. Point them to us, and we'll try and put them on.
It's the thing, isn't it? We like supporting some of the smaller bands as well, and these boys are just fucking smashing it at the moment. So
yeah, and I suppose like all of them have got releases pretty soon, haven't they?
Oh yes.
It's Behind Blue Eyes. Is it EP or album launch on the 4th of Jan?
That's the EP, isn't it?
It's the EP, yeah. And then we've got is it February?
Yeah, February's the InVisions gig. Yeah,
they're releasing theirs, and then also Cabin Boy Jump Ship potentially have a release in New Year as well, haven't they?
Yeah, theirs is early next year. I can't remember exactly when they.
I don't see the specific dates yet, but they've got some new stuff coming out.
No, they posted something the other day, but
their new material. If Leon hasn't heard this song yet, so it'll be good because he'll have an honest review. Not that we don't give honest reviews anyway, but I love how I can hear your pizza crunch, Leon. We're keeping it natural up in this bitch. But yeah, it's he hasn't heard this song yet. Myself and Sean heard it when they released it, and I've got to say I can already hear a vast improvement in the singers and screamers' abilities. So I look forward to potentially what they're going to release in the new year.
Yeah, exactly. Because obviously you spoke to the lead singer, and he knew that we were honest with them. We said we weren't actually that keen on them before we saw them live, and as soon as we saw them live, honestly, it changed my complete opinion.
Completely,
they are fucking phenomenal, and a lead singer, and he's admitted this as well. Like honestly, his screaming has just gone through the roof. Like I'm so impressed with them.
Yeah, he's done a lot of work.
I'm actually generally really excited for all their new music. And once I heard this as well, I was like, yeah, this is actually sick. To be fair.
Yeah, they put the money where the mouth is.
Exactly.
You know he's done some work there.
And that's why we're being honest. We're just, we don't kiss up to people.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So fair play to them.
Absolutely. Right, Leon.
Yep.
Hit that play button, bro. So I guess, sorry, you were saying, Sean, obviously there was a cut that people don't see.
Yeah.
I'm going to say there's a cut because my son keeps making fucking mistakes.
Yeah. I want to know where this is and what this is. Because it looks like, especially when you get further into the video, it looks like a proper nice little...
log cabin.
Yeah, log cabin that's somewhere in the woods. I'm trying to work it out. Is this in someone's back garden? Please tell us. Because I'm actually intrigued.
But you know, when they're going outside there wasn't snow, so the snow's superimposed, I think.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh, what scream. It's a good concept. I would have never thought of this song as being a metalcore tune.
No.
But it works really well.
Yeah, it does work really well.
Is you.
They've done a really good job at making it like heavy metalcore.
Yeah, it works so well.
Was this Angry Santa? This should have become Christmas number one. He's got it's almost like in between his screams, his talky voice when he's shouting is like it reminds me of Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols.
Yeah.
I may be showing my age here, but
I know who they are. I know who.
but
he
it's
is.
like a punky kind of voice to him. He's different. And I suppose that on their older tunes that came out a bit too much
Yeah,
when
it
he was
did.
screaming, whereas he's reduced it.
There's a much finer balance now.
And the sound of children's laughter fills the air. Everyone is screaming. I don't hear sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Please bring my baby to me.
They must have had loads of fun doing this video. Look at them.
It's great because you can tell the video was a joke, but it actually matches the music.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
goes well
Yeah.
with it.
I love this breakdown. That's awesome. I really like that. What a Christmas tune. So obviously we're a bit late on the
Such a well done.
jumping on this because they released it. They released it. What was it? 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, something like
4
that.
weeks ago. But yeah, I think
It's
that's
also
really-
Christmas in a day
It
or
is
two,
also
depending
Christmas,
on when
yeah.
this video comes out.
Yeah, hopefully it comes out pretty soon. Hey, Leon, get the editing done. Might push it out tomorrow. Yeah, if we're lucky.
Yeah.
Get a
Then
nice
it's
Christmas
perfectly
themed
timed.
thumbnail, Sean. You know. What are your thoughts on that, Leon? Then, because that's the first time you heard it.
It's actually pretty sick. They've done a really good job at getting that song and actually making it like heavy metal and work really well.
Yeah, and they still kind of retain the original vibe of it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
impressed
Quite
how
good.
well they
You can
managed to
still
do
sing
it.
along if you wanted.
Yeah, it's instantly recognizable. You know the tune, but it's just their metal take on it. It's really quite it's quite a beast. Well done, Cabin Boy Jump Ship. That's a good one.
Mhm.
I would have tried to get you to number one, but you know, unfortunately, the powers that be kind of fight with us with the old what is it, X Factor and the various different crap that comes out on the radio that forces people to listen to shite.
Well, it's fine.
So-
Rage Against the Machine managed to do it, so why can't they?
Yeah, but that was a massive collective of people that were just going absolutely schizo. The whole public got behind Rage Against the Machine. I mean, no disrespect to Cabin Boy Jump Ship, but Rage Against the Machines were back in the day quite a fuck ton bigger. So, not to say the Cabin Boy Jump Ship won't get that big, but you know, Rage Against the Machine were freaking huge. I mean, Christ, they were literally my go-to band of my era. Like anybody that was into rock back in the 90s were into Rage Against the Machine. Standard. So yeah, bit of a different thing, but it was. Yeah, maybe we push for this to get to the Christmas number one next year. If we get big enough, we'll promote it until we get this as Christmas number one. Mariah Carey will be losing her shit Is it Mariah Carey?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is Mariah Carey. I thought I was just doing my old man trippy shit there and start talking shit, not making any sense whatsoever.
It
No,
does
that
say
one
it in
is
the
actually
it
Mariah
does
Carey.
say it in the credits though as well, right there.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. A bit like when on Hollow Ground were talking to me about the Architects albums, and I was like, they were asking me about Hereafter.
The here and
I was
now.
like,
Yeah.
The here and now, yeah. I was like, no, too much vocoder. I apologize. I was corrected afterwards. You should have corrected me at the time and just called me an idiot. I was getting confused. I'm old. Cool. Anyway, Waffle Over, brilliant song, really good take, and I'm going to listen to that at Christmas. I might play that at Mum's house, Leon.
Yeah, on a
People
Bose
can't
speaker.
complain.
Put it on volume. Put it quite loud on her Bose speakers. It'll sound sick.
Yeah.
And she'll be
What do
annoyed
you
as
think
well. It'll
Uncle
be
Damien
funny.
will think of that.
Uncle D will literally just he'll go mad. It'll be funny though. Do it on
Not black
Christmas
enough for
while
him.
we're opening up everything.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Just
we'll do it for
sneakily play it.
that. Cool. Right then. So, what we got next, bros?
Next up is Too Far Gone, which is the new InVisions song. I have heard this, but I've not heard it. I've only heard it once. So it's still pretty new to me. But
How many times have you heard it, Sean? Come on.
When did it come out? That's the real question.
Uh,
5th of December.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Let me just average this out. Give me 1 sec.
He's doing his calculations and averages.
So,
There's no quick math for this one.
hang on, let me grab a drink.
I listened to it quite a lot on the first few days, at least 5 times a day. And I've been averaging all of their songs twice a day, apart from a little break that I gave myself the past couple of days. So I'd say about 50 times I've heard
And
this.
they're stitched into your gym routine now, aren't they?
Yeah, I pretty much listen to InVisions mainly as my gym music
About-
currently because they're better than everything else.
How do you hear it about 50 times in 2 weeks though, and not get bored? Like, no matter
'Cause
how
it's
good the
fucking
song
epic.
is. I know.
This song this has an aggressive start.
Mm.
It
It
starts
just
off
goes straight. It's
instantly.
in your face. It literally punches you right in the motherfucking nose. So are we ready to get hit in the nose?
Yep, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Still turning up. Don't give a fuck.
For those people that don't know, they did live recordings at their recent gigs, and the one with the big screen in the background, we were at that, but we were hiding in the corner.
Yeah.
You don't see us, but we were there. This has got some elements from their first album, hasn't it?
Oh yes.
Obviously, occasional quick bit of rapping in it as well.
Yeah,
Like
I
then,
love their rap, man.
he does it a lot as well.
He does it so well, though. It's not just
Yeah,
that
I
he does
know.
it a lot. I think he's got the most convincing kind of screamy rap voice. Because like it's really, it doesn't sound cheesy or there's no effort to it. It just sounds like he's just there. Fucking the devil himself.
Out your fucking mouth. Your opinion makes His fucking screaming is ridiculous. I just don't understand how he does so much stuff.
But it's quite interesting that they have to. I never thought about it. As somebody who raps myself, I don't need to worry about breathing too much because I know where to breathe. But because he has to scream and rap at the same time, they've got to like create a hybrid so that he can actually get his breaths in.
Yeah, as I said, I learned every lyric from the last song. I've learned most of the lyrics, and I just get out of breath. I can't actually keep it up. It's really hard to scream, sing the whole song.
But how good he was at singing.
I love his cleans as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's got a really nice voice.
Yeah.
Really nice for a devil.
I forgot how good he was. I've not listened to InVisions in a while.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna serenade you before I fucking stick my flipping teeth in your veins and sever your fucking head from your spine. You know what I mean?
Straight out of luck. Yeah. Don't give a fuck. What? Say that straight out of luck. Yeah. Don't fuck.
Next time we go to see these, Leon, you're getting in that mosh pit. No, you need to. Because I guarantee you, because you're a kid and that, if you'd have got in that mosh pit, you'd have been on that video. They'd have put you on it.
They'll be a lot bigger next time we go and see them, though. Because you ought to see them in January, but I won't be able to see them.
I have no doubt that these are going to explode. They're on it.
Mm.
I'd be very, very surprised if these don't get fucking huge. They're just
It'll
amazing.
It'll
The
be
stage
quite.
presence is brilliant.
It'll be quite a while
Yes.
till I can see them though, since like January is their headlining show. I think in it.
No, February, but
Oh.
it'll be
February.
in Leeds, I think. I don't know whether there's an age limit on the Leeds one. That's with
Oh yeah, I'm thinking
on
of the
Hollow
Beyond
Ground
Blue
as well, isn't it? Sean's gonna
yeah.
have to come for that.
Here's our boys in on hollow ground.
Yeah. Which,
Yes.
if people aren't watching, if people have only just picked up from this one and haven't watched our other episodes, the last one we did was an interview, a live interview with On Hollow Ground as well. So catch that. That's a
Yeah,
shame,
there was some
but
lads.
catch it. It was a really good natural interview, and we just talked about everything. And you'll get me chatting lots of shit.
Yep. 9th of Feb is a key club in Leeds.
Mm. So with it being a club, there might be an age limit. So I'll check that out for you, Leon.
And with On Hollow Ground, Captives, and Cut-in Teeth.
Captives, I've heard a few of their tunes. They're all right.
Yeah,
We
they
need to
came across
review
right.
them.
They followed me on Instagram the other week, so I checked them out because I was trying to work out where I knew the name from.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they know some of the bands that we've reviewed, obviously.
They do.
you
They know On
InVisions and
Hollow
stuff, so-
Ground, InVisions, and Isolate.
Yeah, and the song that I heard is decent.
Yeah. And who's the other one?
Cut-in Teeth, who I've not heard of.
I've not heard of them yet, so we need to check those out as well. That's a good one. Give them a listen after.
Yeah, be good. Be good.
Mm. But that was a banger. They surprised us
love
because I
that
didn't
song.
realise. Obviously, we were speaking to them at the gig, and we had a few sneak previews in their van of some epic songs. Not that one. There's some others, and all I can say is there's some mental shit coming from them in the new year. I can't say anything more than that, but it's amazing. But we didn't hear this one.
No.
This one was a bit of a surprise. Obviously, they did it at the gig, but when you're at a gig, you know you're feeling the vibe of it. You don't necessarily get to really sit down and listen. And I had no idea they were going to do a surprise release of the song, and then they just announced on Facebook like the week before that they were going to release this tune. I thought it was going to be another Christmas special, like what Cabin Boy Jump Ship did. But no, it was an actual tune off the new EP. So, guys, we're behind you. InVisions, top boys, every single one of you are awesome. Thanks for spending time with us, and obviously we hope to catch you in the future. And I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna force my way into your van in February, and you just find me there. I'll just be sat in your van waiting.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah,
finish your
they
show.
are
You'll
just
get
amazing.
you'll get to the van to drive off, and it'll just already be sat there.
Yeah, and they
Me
took
too.
Leon's they took your Behind Blue Eyes t-shirt. On
Yeah,
tour, didn't they?
I left my t-shirt in the van, and they toured all around Europe with it. And then by the time I got it back, it had been all around Europe with that tour,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
They gave it back, you know, the good guys.
Yeah. And speaking of Behind Blue Eyes, we've got their newest song, which is actually an acoustic version of Forever Here, which I think we reviewed as well.
Yeah, we did review.
Yeah, we
Forever
did.
Here. So this is an emotional one for me. Obviously, we understand the meaning. For people who have listened to the tune, or the people who are going to listen to the tune, It's a very, very deep song, and just listen to the lyrics of it, because it you know, I'm sure it will hit home with quite a few people. I can't go into the particular meanings directly, but it's a very, very emotional song, and I actually think I love actually, well, I can't say I prefer, but I love the original version of this song, because it has lovely breaks of emotional and heavy and aggressive parts. But the acoustic one, I think, tells kind of a better story. That's my opinion. But
It's the same
because
with like when Architects made their acoustic version. You can tell more. It's more deep. You understand it more.
Yeah, you can hear it more. Like again, Doomsday. I love the piano reprise, or reprise, however you want to say it. Is it reprise or reprise?
Prize, I think.
I'd say reprise.
Right. So, oh yeah, it's Alexa that likes a reprise because it's American. But yeah, stupid. It should be Yorkshire. Speak to you in a Yorkshire accent.
That'd be so sick.
Hey up, cop. We're playing Doomsday piano reprise. But
It's
no,
not London.
like yeah, I prefer the original Doomsday to the piano reprise or reprise, but I do love the piano reprise just because it's more emotional. Like you can get behind it because of the guitars and the, you know, you can hear the singing more. And with this version from Behind Blue Eyes of Forever Here, you're really, really able to explore the intricacies of Stone's voice, and respect it. So yeah, I love the tune.
Right, so let's play it now.
You're not who you used to be. You're quiet now and worn out. It's clear.
And I want Sebastian's boombox that he sat on.
This isn't love.
I need one of those when I do acoustics with my band.
Making smiles.
I'm just sick of hearing
Crying in the night.
Cause you're a life worth saving. Oh, and Stone, if you ever do this live, I am not singing with you because you'll hear my awful voice. This one's too clean cut. I can do the other one because it's heavier.
And Stone, if you ever do this live, I'm walking to the back of the room because you're not getting near me when I've got tears coming down my face because I'm too manly and alpha for that shit.
You're not coming near me.
Anton always have a little cry down sometimes.
You do.
And you're not
So
coming
true
near me
out.
because there's no "Is this the end" for me to scream.
Leon, you need to be proficient in this soon. I want you to be able to sing this straight up, and so you can actually get on stage and do a duet with Stone. You know he'll be up for it as well. He'll put you on the
Yeah,
spot.
she actually would.
I just love the talent that these boys have.
It's crazy.
Decisions that you made. Wounds of your tears have dried, and nothing fills the space inside.
There's people who make music, and there's people who love to make music. Do you know what I mean? And to produce a song like this, you need to love to make music.
Forever had.
I won't lie, for the last 2 days, it's the only song I've played in my car.
Forever had. Saying nothing that's enough for me. To be.
Let me pick you up and save you from yourself.
This is definitely my favourite bit coming up.
Are you going to scream it, Sean?
Too bold to forget, but too weak to act. I reckon Stone could still scream that and make it work.
yeah, over acoustics, yeah.
Fear of your disdain. For us. You'll never know. Not fight to erase. And if I find the heart, I hope I'd say. brings this moment golden.
Bloody behind blue eyes. Let me finish the beer. You're back.
He just wants an excuse to get out because he started crying, so he needs to go and wipe the tears away. So I'm sorry for ruining that song and singing all over it. So the links will be below. So you're just gonna have to basically go below and look at the links to not hear us singing over it. Because I tried my best not to sing over the whole song because I know all the lyrics.
It didn't help that I had the Firefox volume quieter as well.
Oh God.
It's yours being put on the spot.
I'm still not singing this live with Stone after the last. I don't know how much that song I sung when they supported Kevin Boy.
Probably like
Kevin Boy Jump
I'd
Ship.
say like 30% of it you sung.
Yeah, but
They were
was
loving it though. He
30.
kept coming to you, man. He kept coming to you. He
It's
loved it.
because I got addicted and I learned all the lyrics. Like the same with the InVision stuff. I just literally learned everything, and Stone could obviously see that I was singing every lyric. So
Yeah, they're something special. I've got a lot of love for these boys. They're all beautiful individuals and really, really, you know, they're in touch with their fan base. They're in touch with themselves, and I think the fact that they're producing music based off life experiences, it's going to do a few things. That it's going to carry them because actually they're using it as a projection of themselves, but also it's something that people can relate to. You know, like this song particularly, it rings home with me for various reasons from my past and my life. You know, that I won't go into on here, but I'm sure lots and lots of people can connect with this type of music, and it also shows, you know, for people who aren't necessarily into metalcore, and I say this now, and I say this as an individual myself as well. Before I got into this type of music, I kind of not shunned it, but didn't really understand the screaming and all the other stuff of it, and you know, then
like
you get
many
other
people.
yeah,
Like many people.
yeah, many people do, and then you get the other people go, oh, it's emo and all this lot, and they don't really appreciate what it's actually trying to achieve. But then when you listen to it enough, not necessarily from the acoustic side, but when you listen to the heavy stuff enough, and you start working out the lyrics, you can actually understand the reason. And a lot of the screaming is obviously to do with the projection of pure emotion and anger or hate or upset or anything like that. So
Just
when
as
you listen to
emphasis.
an acoustic version of it, you can actually realize, like, for the people who aren't necessarily into screamo, they can sit back and go, oh shit, this song is about this. That's why he's upset. That's why he's that angry. So like,
And then there could be more understanding of like the screamo bit as well.
yeah, it's almost an education, if you like. You know, I think it's important sometimes for bands to do that, and it's nice to see that Beyond Blue Eyes have recognised that you know they can bring out an acoustic version of the song, and they can actually touch the hearts and the minds of people who wouldn't necessarily listen to their music.
Yeah, because I know they had not reservations. I can't think of the word, but they, like as Joe said, they were a little bit worried about releasing this.
I think reservation's the right word.
Yeah, they were a little bit worried about it. So
Apprehensive.
obviously, yeah, I guess it comes across in a much deeper way, obviously with the acoustic. But yeah, like obviously the amount of views is on like 19,000 or something. So
90,000, yeah.
yeah, they had no
That's
fucking worries at
crazy.
all, to be honest.
Yeah, if you look at the people who are commenting on there as well, like every one of them's just positive. You know what I mean? Like, how can it not be? I'm trying not to be biased. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not, but they've taken me. I'm on that journey. I always look forward to see what they're going to produce, because every single one of their tunes seems to be different.
Yeah, it's
not
amazing.
the same old.
When you think about it, I guess part of the reservations probably come from the fact that obviously since Stone became the lead singer and Joe's the bassist, it's not been that long.
Yeah, they've completely
And they're
overhauled.
already releasing an acoustic song of a phenomenal like song that was well received alongside Growing Cold that had a fair amount of views as well. Like Growing Cold had like nearly 10k, I think like 9k.
Yeah, and that was on that wasn't via the promotion website either. That was that was released on their own YouTube channel.
To have basically like unless you go back to their old catalog, which is very different, like they've basically got 2 songs and an acoustic song.
Yeah.
So yeah,
In not very
it's
long
a
as
big
well.
exactly. It's a big deal for them to have this song out and everyone basically fall in love with it
It's
and have a
crazy.
little cry.
It's
Or have a
crazy.
little
Yeah, and I
In
suppose obviously what we probably take for granted that we caught up with them since the overhaul and Stone's taken over and Joe's joined. So we're not aware necessarily of the fan base that was there prior to that happening. So some of their apprehension and worries are probably there because they're wanting to stay true to their original fans before Stone became singer as well, and may worry about what their opinions are. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, because they're trying to move away from that because obviously that's not the band they are anymore, especially with Stone's vocals, because Stone's vocals are, and this is not to discredit the previous singer, but they're a lot better for someone who's never sung and screamed until this year. Like, it's just insane. And like, yeah, the way they've structured their songs now, it actually feels like they've matured, which is crazy to think. 'Cause
Yeah,
I swear some of
yeah.
them are like 20 and 21 and stuff.
Yeah, they've matured. Yeah,
And I don't understand how you can
I-
mature that quickly.
I still have the last residing album they've got on Amazon Music that was from their original band, and I like it. I
Yeah.
like it a lot.
Just don't
But
love it.
yeah, but there's a definite maturity. The turn from like a band that's got together and making music together because they're friends and just doing stuff. Don't get me wrong, they're all friends now still, but they've gone from that to it's almost like, I don't know what the direction is, but they've got a direction. They know what they're doing, and they seem to know where they're going. And so like they're formulating the kind of like this what's the word for it? They made a scaffolding to support their infrastructure as a band to project themselves as pure music, and it's really good. Like they've really matured. Like, yeah, I'm waffling shit, but you know what I mean. I couldn't get the words, so I just created a whole fucking example that just didn't make any sense, but it makes sense to me in my mind.
Yeah. But we said
You know-
about this as well, like lyrically and stuff. So like we're saying about how strong this is. Like we spoke to them and asked them about what it was about and stuff. And obviously that's why we know a little bit more about the depth of the song, because it felt deep as fuck, and that was the thing. But like
Yeah.
obviously that links into why we've liked some of the InVision stuff as well, and why we love like the Boy and Blue Eyes stuff, is that like when you look behind what they're actually saying, there's a lot more depth to what, like, I guess in the InVisions example, they're coming across very aggressive, and obviously they swear quite a lot and stuff.
That's why you love them.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
aggressive. It's like, I
You're
just don't
aggressive.
give a fuck. I'm
But-
just going in.
But
I'm
I
going in,
asked-
boys.
I asked Lucas, one of the guitarists, about basically what was behind the lyrics, and he did say it's linked to one of their first like albums, songs, the Damaged ones, because that's basically what it is about. So when they're coming across as aggressive, they're basically just saying, look, we're doing it our fucking way. You can all fuck off, or you can join us. Like, you know, and
Yeah.
that's awesome, because obviously Anton and I and Leon will get there as well. We live
Leon's
our lives.
aggressive.
We live our lives the way we want to. We're not going to conform to everything else. So lyrically, that makes a lot of sense to me, and it does kind of stand out. So yeah, like these songs are just fucking good.
Yeah, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. I have to say, like, I've got to give a big thank you to a couple of people. Got to give a big thank you to Sam Whitaker, because obviously he wanted me to go to that gig that introduced me to Behind Blue Eyes, and it was a very, very personal show. Got to give a big thank you to Leon, you little handsome bastard, right, for having this idea, because actually that got me into approaching the bands and talking to them when you didn't even know I was doing that, because I was just at the gig and I decided to talk to them and say, oh, you know, my son's doing this little project. And then also a massive thank you to InVisions, and obviously Adam Robinson, who introduced us to InVisions, because you know he was our not necessarily an entry in, but he knew that the InVisions would be interested in chatting to us, and also obviously me listening to them, I kind of got behind them anyway before I realised he was friends with them. But big thank you to him, because he made sure that he kept me up to speed with when they were doing gigs and doing stuff. And it was quite ironic, really, because Adam, for that Glamour of the Kill gig. What happened, Sean? I was like, oh yeah, InVisions doing a gig in York, and you were like, oh yeah, I've seen that, because you were interested in Glamour of the Kill.
I saw it from the Glamour of the Kill side, because they stopped maybe 3 years ago or something.
Yeah.
So they stopped about 3 years ago, I think 2 years ago, something like that. And I saw it and I was like, oh shit, I do need to go see them, because I met Glamour of the Kill 10 years ago. I fucking loved them. So
yeah, and then you said to me, you were like, oh dude, do you remember that band you showed me a few months back, InVisions? They're playing at the Glamour of the Kill gig in November. I was like, yeah, I know about that gig. Adam told me about that. He was asking whether I was going. I wasn't sure. And you're like, well, I'm going to go because it's Glamour of the Kill, so should we both go? I was like, yeah. Then obviously it was like, Leon, we're going to a gig. We're off. So, and then it turns out our Hollow Our Home was on there as well. So it's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I just need to thank all those people, because obviously it's introduced me back into like music in a way where I can really, really get behind it. So yeah, Christmas special. Happy Christmas, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Cool. So I guess so those are the three main songs for the Christmas.
yes. Oh, quick one as well.
Yeah.
So obviously we said before, so Behind Blue Eyes is the 4th of January. Is their EP? Yeah, 4th of January. InVisions is the 9th of Feb. That's their release show for their album. And as you said, Cabin Boy Jumped Ship have something coming out early next year. So obviously we'll keep on top of that. On top of that, InVisions are actually touring with Our Hollow Our Home around Europe next year. So worth checking out on, because to be honest, that's going to be a fucking boomer.
Are we going to go to Germany and watch them there?
Yeah, we're going to have to
follow them around.
Beer's cheap.
I was just thinking we'll have to just go to each one that they're at.
Yeah, as long as Brexit doesn't fuck our flight prices and shit.
But yeah, that's
you know
the
what I mean?
kind. That's what we've got lined up. So
1 second. I have this as well that arrived at my door yesterday. Don't know whether you see that because it's too bright. But those are my Architect gig tickets. Yeah. SSE Arena.
Too.
You got yours as well?
Yeah.
I'm very happy with
I've got the right seat.
You might have like all the seats.
Fuck knows.
Because they got confused, didn't they?
Because their system sucks fucking balls.
Yeah, so that's coming. So we got some already at the beginning of the year. We're literally gigging out. We've got so many gigs to go to.
That's like beginning of it's like 4th of February or something.
What seat number are you?
I am block N8, row G, seat 82.
Right, you've got the right seat.
Yeah.
We've got
that
80 and
system?
81.
It's not good. That's the story.
Ticketmaster, isn't it?
Yeah, great.
Absolute ballsack. Ticketmaster,
yeah, we hate you. See tickets, you're awesome. Ticketmaster, you suck.
Yeah, stop having a monopoly on venues, you shit. Fuck off, or give us free tickets.
Yeah, run over.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna get a quick beer and then I'll start the next.
Yeah, we'll wait for you, bro. We'll wait for you. I'll have a quick sip of this, and then.
This is my jolly face.
Yeah, that is a Stormtrooper crisp.
Yeah, something I love especially about Beyond Blue Eyes, the reason I just will never end up stopping being into them is because of just how genuine and how nice in general each member is.
Yeah.
They're just such nice guys.
Like, it's almost like they're so grateful for you being into them, but I'm grateful for them, like for the way they react as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's I feel like I've made genuine friends with these guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I get that, you know, that sometimes they're gonna have to do stuff with other people, and they're trying to promote their music at the same point. But genuinely, like, if you get opportunity to speak to them, they are just such down to earth people, and they're appreciative of their fan base and the people that talk to them. And yeah, I don't want to get that twisted. Like, it's awesome. It's awesome.
And if you try to
But-
talk to them, they will more than likely talk back to you and just have a conversation. Especially Stone. He's just
Yeah.
like, he just goes around talking to everyone. And sometimes the
Well-
rest of the band are like, right, Stone, we need to go. And he's like, come on, I just need to say hi to this last person.
Yeah, no, it's true.
He told us
It's true.
that.
Well, they all are as well, and they all catch themselves out off guard a little bit. Like Joe's really, really approachable, and same with
Handsome.
Kian, and yeah, Joe's a handsome fucker, isn't he? You know, I'm between a rock and a hard place at those gigs, Sean, because I've got my pretty mate next to me, and then I'm looking at Joe, and I feel like I'm cheating on you. You know what I mean? And
So
then
I'm the muscle. It's the
Seb's like
face.
really, Seb's really approachable, but you can tell he's got his mission head on because he's got to fuck around with his drum kit. So he's like, he just has to move his stuff about and shit. And Kian's really like, he's just a chiller. You know what I mean? I can't wait till January. So I can genuinely have a drink and a beer with these guys.
It's not long off, actually. Yeah, it's
2
exactly
weeks.
2 weeks from today.
2 weeks today. We'll see you there, boys.
I
Right.
won't.
You won't, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
it's an over 18, it's 18 and
Hello.
over event. This
Mm.
one, unfortunately. You know. I'm sorry. I do feel bad you can't go.
It's
But,
fine.
You know, I think you've had a pretty good year as gigs go. I think it started off when we did when we went to see
Of Mice and
Five
Men.
Finger Death. No, yeah,
Yeah,
of Mice and Men,
Mice and Men,
Death
Five Finger Death Punch.
and you've literally been
November
on a
last
roller coaster
year.
of gigs. So,
Especially this year. So beginning of this
Yeah.
year, January was the first Architects one in Ali Palu.
yeah,
then-
so you went to the biggest Architects gig that they've ever done. So you've done of Mice and Men, Architects, then you've done
The Beyond Blue Eyes Arch Jam one.
Behind Blue Eyes Oxjam, where you saw like all the bands that we've pretty much reviewed.
Yeah.
Then we've done InVisions, Glamour of the Kill, and
Our Hollow Our
and then
Home.
Our Hollow Our Home, and then you've done Behind Blue Eyes, Cabin Boy Jump Ship, Isolate. Who was the other ones that were in there? Was that
Can't remember.
yeah, there's a couple of other
One of
bands.
them's- I said both the other bands actually sounded alright. Just
Yeah.
don't remember who they are.
Yeah, no, actually, he messaged me the other week. One of those bands. I need to get back onto that and review. We need to review their stuff because they were pretty decent. It's that guy for the wasn't he runs a. I can't remember what it was. You were speaking to me about it. He runs some kind of promotion thing or something. Can't remember.
Oh yeah, I think he's a promoter in Birmingham.
Yeah,
That's what I
Birmingham.
understand. That's what I don't remember who it was. Potentially one of the boys from
Hmm.
Behind Blue Eyes who told me, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they were
he's
good.
been in contact, so we need to chat to him. Obviously, and then we saw that gig, and then obviously we've got more gigs to come.
Yeah. So I've
Yeah,
been
so we've
to
literally had a solid year of gigs.
yeah. So I've been to the biggest Architects one that they've done so far, and I think the February one is going to be even bigger than that.
Yeah, SSE.
Yeah,
So this is going to be their
huge.
yeah, it's like
so this
12,000.
is going to be again their biggest one as well.
Well, to say it's an arena and all the standing tickets sold out pretty much instantly. So that's a lot. That's a sea of people already.
Yeah.
Like, and then you've got the seats as well. They didn't sell out the seats for a while, but I think they're now sold out on the seats. I think. You have to correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just
Having
making
a
things up.
look. Having a look. So they sold out in Manchester, but that is the first date.
They had to do a second Manchester gig because of that.
Yeah, they did. So yeah, they're not sold out in London yet, which is
That's
surprising.
mad. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
The second Manchester one.
yeah. They put a second venue up or second gig up. Is Sam Carter from Manchester?
He is, isn't he? Because I'm sure I've seen on his Instagram.
He's a Man U fan, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a United fan, so I'm sure he is.
But he doesn't sound like a Mancini when he sings.
He doesn't.
He sounds like he's from Essex. Yeah. Well, whilst you're working it out, obviously we'll do a bit of an intro to the
Yes.
boomers of the week. 'Cause we're talking architects at the moment. So the boomer of the week. Come on, Sean. You got to do your sound effects.
Boomer.
Yeah.
I've
So
upgraded.
got boomers of the week. and they're all from the Architect's new album, which is, I wouldn't even say arguably, I'd say is the best metalcore album of this year. I'm going to say it right here. I love it. If you listen to all the other reviews we've done, we talk about Architects quite a lot. It's not necessarily my favorite album from Architects, but I would say if I compare it to the majority of the albums that have been put out this year from other artists, this has to be the best album out this year.
Yeah, I've not loved too many albums this year. Yeah, been more getting into small bands, I guess, that maybe haven't done the full albums yet. So
yeah, I think it's because a lot of the sorry, people are my wife's scraping sides off a
is it halloumi fries?
No, they're not halloumi fries, they're potato wedges. I think a lot of the artists are redefining themselves, or trying to redefine themselves, and so their style of music, whilst they've not completely changed genre, they've changed style. And I suppose not as a hardcore metalcore fan, because I'm not a hardcore metalcore fan. I just like stuff that's technical, rhythmical, but also has emotion and screams in there. It detracts away from what I like. Whereas I think Architects kind of kept it, whilst they've gone more listenable for the wider audience. I still think they've kept it to their core stuff, and they talk about political things and emotion, and Sam's screams are still ridiculous.
Yeah. So for our Boomers of the Week, we've each picked out our favourite song from the album. And I'm gonna be honest, looking at the songs that we picked, they're all my 3 favourite songs as well from the album. So we're all into the same songs as well.
Yeah. I think
mine was a toss-up, but I went with that song.
But just be mindful, apart from my one, we probably won't go through them all, because go through them all like in full length, it's gonna take over the whole fucking thing. We're gonna be here for ages. But yeah, my one's quite short. But yeah, shall we fire ahead, Leo?
Yeah. So the first one is "Death Is Not Defeat." Now they've actually made a music video for this song as well. Pretty sure it was this one.
Yeah, it is this one. It's kind of they've simplified it.
It's the white. Is it White Stripes? White Stripes have this exact like video type.
Yeah, they've done it in 4/3, haven't they?
And it's the way it comes in as well.
Got you.
Just the vibes I get from this band in general.
It really, really is like a reincarnation. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, he's, our main guy and the person I love has died.
Yeah.
And this is now our story of how it's going to be now he's gone.
Like, this is the first song off the album. They literally go, right, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. We're not hiding.
Yeah. So right, the emotion, let's talk about it. This is our therapy, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
It's fucking...
And I wonder if Tom had written any lyrics for this, because obviously Doomsday was partially Tom. I wonder if he had any influence on some of this stuff as well. Like,
Yeah,
I've not
because
looked it
like
up, to be fair.
I've seen with bands like what are they called? System of a Down, when they were filming their Toxicity album, they'd also recorded songs from their next album at the same time. So maybe that could have been in here as well. So they could have been written.
Yeah.
That
some of
film was
them.
amazing.
I've got chills.
I don't know. I think other than Doomsday, from what I saw from an Instagram from Sam Carter, he posted a massive piece, and he was just saying, like, he was just giving a massive prop to Dan because lyrically, he wrote the whole album.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You know what? I've got to listen to the whole song.
It's fine, let's do it. We timestamp everything so people can watch what they want. This is for us now. We're listening for us.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys get the same, but when I enjoy a song this much, I end up getting the chills.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
talked about this before.
That happened instantly. This one.
Behind Blue Eyes, that when they did Forever Here, I was driving in the car and literally the hairs on my arms stood up.
Yeah, it
Stood up on my
me.
arms like proper chills.
This song instantly.
Wow. Like you say, that's the fucking first song on the album.
Yeah, they literally faced up to what had happened and just been like, look, we got to talk about it. Simple as. And they hit it hard.
Well, it's like Dan said. I think it was either Dan or Sat. I can't remember. I'm sure it was Dan that when they were, he didn't give himself time to actually come to terms with any of it because to honor Tom and everything else, and just to cope with all the stuff, they continued the tour after he died. They continued touring.
It was the same tour.
Yeah, so they never actually finished, and they never really sat down and thought about it. It was only afterwards he was like, "Wow, holy shit! There's all this stuff," and the realization, that he's now pretty much having to pick up the mantle. And so I think that's what we're hearing from these songs, or it's like an acceptance that really, we're human, and now I'm gonna have to utilize music to voice my feelings and concerns, because before it was Tom. He was voicing his political opinions and his emotional constraints and the various different things that are affecting him. But now it's like he's gifted that. Well, obviously it's in death, but he's gifted that over to Dan, and Dan's having to now give his opinion and his take on life as an extension. So, and like this is brilliance, but at the same time, that's his feeling. It's like Tom is now living within him.
Yeah. And that's probably the reason why Architects are like all of our favourite bands, because they're just so straight up with everything, like how that I can't speak. The songs that Tom have written are always just straight up making the point, and it's the same with Dan.
About something. They're just talking about something, and that's the big difference. It's like, yeah, okay, it doesn't need to be every song, but when you can lyrically get behind a band and you kind of understand everything, it makes a big difference. Because it's just like this mainstream shit when they're talking about bitches and booty and mumble rapping. Yeah, it's like that doesn't mean anything to me. I can't get behind that, and I can't emotionally invest into it. I guess that's probably what it is. I emotionally invest into so many bands and so many songs, and obviously we all feel that way.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I think you hit the nail on the head there. The emotional investment. If I can't emotionally invest into it, it's just not worth my time. It's not worth my ears. Can't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why we get behind Blue Eyes and InVisions and Isolate and that, because we can feel the story and we know it.
Yeah, exactly. When you're going to gigs, when they're playing these smaller venues in front of maybe like 20, 30 people, but they're still fucking smashing it. They're still rocking hard, and you're like, yeah, that's awesome. And then you get to chat to the boys and all these bands, and and like they come to us. Like we literally just say hello, but they'll usually come and like chat to us because they appreciate their fans, and you find out a lot about what's going on behind the lyrics and everything.
Yeah, why they've made the song.
Yeah, and you get really emotionally invested in these people. You're not just invested in the band; you're invested in the people. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, I think it's the next one, Sean's one.
Yeah, the next one's Sean's.
What's that, Sean? Wait, what's the name of the tune you're announcing? Your boomer.
A Wasted Hymn. So it was between this and Damnation, but I do love this song, which is now we're going to the end of the album because this is the last song on the album. And I quite like their slowed down songs, like Memento Mori is probably one of my favorite songs. I kind of like when they slow down stuff because, again, I get very emotionally invested into some of these kind of slowed down songs. So yeah, let's go ahead, Leon.
I've noticed that this is one of Dad's favourite songs as well by them. This album. Listen to it a lot.
And again, it seems to tie into what's happened. All is not lost. We're obviously speaking about what's happened and stuff, and yeah.
But they're singing it in a kind of churchy way, like a hymn.
Yeah.
Almost. Well, it is a hymn, a wasted hymn.
Yeah.
Fucking tune.
Sam Carter always impresses me.
I don't even know how to review this. Like,
There's
nothing that I can say.
yeah. Like, I can't vocally express how into this song and this band I am, and
I can't dissect it or pull it apart. It is what it is. It's fucking awesome.
What I love, obviously, I have some of the nihilist or nihilist, I don't know how people pronounce it, and say nihilist lyrics on their shoulder, and obviously it mentions God. But what I do like is the fact that they're all obviously like agnostic and they don't believe in it. So that's the same as me. It's like I have no reason to believe in God, so I kind of like the fact that they talk about it, but it's kind of ironic.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
irony
So it's
behind
not like they're fully atheists where they're like, no. It's like we just don't believe it because we can't see it or feel it or whatever.
And to be fair, I didn't know what agnostic meant until Architects.
I'm sure I've told you about agnostic. I've mentioned to everyone about agnostic.
I can't remember though.
Sean just doesn't listen to you.
No, I don't listen to him because he waffles too much.
I do waffle too much.
Same with me, that's why when you finish your waffle I was like, what? What did you say?
But I guess Architects kind of made me fully understand, like the whole being agnostic and like the irony behind some of the stuff that they're singing. So, hence getting there.
We as humans always need a belief system. That's the problem. So you don't know whether the beliefs have been created because of we need the system or because there's actually something there.
Yeah.
But it's actually, it'd be disrespectful to start praying and doing all these things if you're actually against it. But I don't pray, but I don't necessarily know there's anything to pray against. So I'm just going on what I believe, and I believe in me and the people around me. But if there becomes proof that there is something on a higher level that's controlling stuff, fair play. But until then, I just believe in me.
That's what worries me though. I'm atheist, so I don't believe it at all. But in the slightest chance if there was, considering this is like what they've mentioned and loads of other bands, considering how society is these days, then another situation like Noah's Ark could end up happening. where everything just tries to get washed away.
But yeah, that's through climate change.
No, you told me that was because he wanted to like reset the world.
Huh?
You told me that was because God wanted to reset the world.
No, it's nature. Nature resets the world. We
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
what God is. That's what I mean. I'm not atheist, because atheist is an absolute disbelief that there's no higher being than you. I think in some, sorry, we're gonna go off now, but in
Yeah.
some certain cases, like atheism is kind of not. If you believe, it's kind of an ego thing. I would also say narcissistic in a way, because if you're a complete atheist, you're in belief that there's nothing more powerful than you. Isn't that some bullshit?
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I
I
mean?
think that's why.
How can you believe that we already know that we only engage in one little part of our brain?
Yeah.
There's loads of stuff out there that we can't even fathom or even understand. And scientists are there to exist because we're constantly finding new things that are way beyond our belief or understanding. You would have been called mad to have all this information that's delivered to us wirelessly to all of our different things that's invisible to the eye, but yet appears on our phones. All this other shit. So I'm not about to say that things are impossible. I'm just going to say I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
And that's the
Which
difference
is
between
why-
agnostic and atheism.
Yeah, and most people don't know the term, and I didn't till obviously a few years back. Apparently, he told me, but I don't remember this because he waffled too much.
I probably waffle too much. Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of actually fully understand the term agnostic since listening to a lot of architects and then doing a bit of research, and obviously, yeah, there's a lot more behind it than just saying, "Oh, I'm an atheist." But it's like, well, to be fair, I'm not really an atheist because I'm not saying I don't believe. I just don't see how there's any proof. That's it. I don't see proof. So
Yeah,
at the moment, I don't believe.
it's a proof system. I just believe with everything. I trust what I see and can do.
Yeah, and that's why
Anything
I lyrically
outside of
love
that-
a lot of the stuff architects do
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess
because
that's
they'll
true
sing
of me
about
actually.
it, but it's kind of ironic in the way that they're singing about it. So,
yeah, and I think that shows more in this new album, because I'll be honest with you, I thought from the other albums they might have been atheists,
yeah,
but the more and more you listen to it, you realize they're not really. They're agnostic, because they're actually talking about the thought process behind the belief system and why they think certain ways. And if there is a God, they're not saying there isn't a God. They're saying if there is one, and all these other things. So yeah, it's
Yeah, I didn't fully understand that. I guess I'm like agnostic then. I don't like.
yeah, maybe.
Hmm.
Just have some more thoughts on it. So mine's a little bit more throwaway. My boomer of the week's a little bit more throwaway. I've gone for Seventh Circle. And the reason I've gone for Seventh Circle is because this album reminds me kind of it's a bit like Nirvana, Nevermind. And I've spoken to you about this before. Like there's a lot of consistencies around the whole album. Like there tends to be a chain of different songs, and they all hit a certain point, and they're stitched together with the same kind of thought process, emotion, feeling, the way that it's orchestrated, the architectural structure of the album. See what I did there? But then Seventh Circle just comes out and pisses on everything, and it reminds me of Territorial Pissings from the Nevermind album, where Nevermind had a lot of different things going on. And Territorial Pissings was they just came in and was just throwing fucking mud at the wall and effing and blinding and screaming, and it was just a really, really aggressive song. And yeah, Seventh Circle kind of touches on that with me, so I'm gonna play it now. Hit play, Lil.
This song is a shorter one though.
It is.
I actually heard about the name of this song before this album came out because I've forgotten who it was, but they put on their story with their cat. They went, what's your favorite song for the newest album? Mine's The Seventh Circle. I was like, ooh, that's interesting.
Such aggressive drums as well. Fucking love this tune.
Yeah.
But it's really bad. I think I got a speeding ticket when I was listening to this tune. I think it was this song that was on when I got the speeding ticket.
Mine would have been fucking InVisions. Bastards. When I got my speeding ticket.
I think he put additional distortion on his voice there. Just at the end, I just noticed
a
it
little bit at the end, yeah.
had some effects on the end of it as well. But yeah, fully loved that album. Leon was fortunate; he's got a signed copy of the album on CD, haven't you, Leon?
Yep, I got it right. Yeah. When I got the signed copy, we thought it was just printed on, but you can tell it's actually like properly signed. They've signed them all by hand, which is pretty cool as well. I'm
Never
not
take
opening
it out
this.
of its, yeah, exactly.
Keep it in its plastic sleeve,
Not
Leon.
take it
Never
out of
take
the
it
plastic.
out.
I would actually kill you.
I actually didn't tell him not to do that. I was just hoping he wouldn't. I was going to test him, and I'm really glad it's still in its plastic cover. Very good boy, Leon. Your dad approves. Yeah.
And your second dad approves.
Yeah. So, I think we'll call it a day at that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, happy Christmas, and we'll see
Yeah.
you guys in the new year.
Yeah.
Been awesome.
See you guys.
We've had a good year this year. Obviously, we only started this in what was it, August?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was August. It was.
Yeah.
remember
Oh no, it's
anything.
after. No, it's September. Fucking hell! Because it was after LAN, wasn't it? We were talking about it at LAN, how we need to do it.
Yeah, because the first one was Behind Blue Eyes, and that was Oxjam.
Yeah. So shit. Yeah, we've only been doing it a few months.
It's still longer than I thought, though.
That's a lot less than I thought.
4 months.
Yeah. 4 months isn't a long time, dude.
It's almost
Yeah.
half a year, and half a year is almost a year.
No, it's not almost half a year. It's almost a quarter of
What?
a year.
No, because 6 months is half a year. 4 months is nearly 6 months.
A quarter of a year is 3 months.
When was Oxjam?
Oh yeah. But still,
Quarter of a year,
half
3
a
months. So
year.
it's closer to a quarter of a year than half a year.
Yeah, it's closer, but it's still close to half a year. Only 2 months
Oxjam
off.
was
and
in October.
It's like that.
So it's been
So we
like
did-
2 months.
Oxjam was October, but we did Behind Blue Eyes before that.
Before
didn't we?
that, yeah.
Only just though.
That was like a week
We did it
before.
the week before. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so October.
So it's done 2.5 months at most, maximum.
I think so, yeah.
Wow. Well, we've been busy then. We shouldn't give ourselves jip for not doing videos that often when we've actually done quite a few in 2 months.
Yeah, especially with work.
Yeah.
Gets crazy.
Does. Well, Sean, it was good, and obviously we'll do a new one in the new year.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
a few bands lined up. A few bands.
I think next year's going to be cool. We're going to have some interesting stuff.
Should we tell them or should we leave them guessing?
Tell them what? Which one?
A couple of the bands that we have lined up coming onto the show.
We'll keep them guessing.
Keep them guessing.
Yeah, we'll keep them guessing. Just in case we might jinx ourselves.
Keep me guessing, because I don't even know.
We're like, yeah, we've got so and so coming on. We've got so and so coming on. I'm
Yeah,
going to be starring in a music video, motherfuckers. And then you're like, yeah, it all gets cut off, and we're like, shit, fuck.
So we'll keep you guessing.
Yeah, we'll keep you guessing.
Yeah.
But happy Christmas and happy
Happy
New Year,
Christmas.
motherfuckers.
Have a nice
The
time,
Christmas
yeah.
special's done. Peace.
Peace.